In this video, I'm going to be going over for you guys what I think is the best and most effective way to be getting Conquest done here in MLB The Show 20 Diamond Dynasty. Now, I'm showing you guys on this map, the US map. However, this strategy can honestly be applied to pretty much any Conquest map that they decide to put in the game for the programs or whatever it may be. We're going for 220 or more likes on the video. Subscribe if y'all are new, getting super close to 45,000 subscribers. In that comment section below, let me know if this method helped you guys out at all, if you're planning on using it. Also, if you have any additional tips for anybody trying to get Conquest done that maybe I missed, feel free to leave those down in the comments as well as follow on any of those social medias, especially Twitch, Twin Gaming TV on there. Now, early on, the first thing that you want to do is try to have as many territories on the map as possible, because that's the way you get more reinforcements, which you can add in the reinforce phase of a Conquest. So I'm going to pretty much be going phase by phase for you guys right now. So this is the attack phase, and let me move my cam up just a little bit for y'all right now. So it says expand your empire in the attack phase. When done, select skip phase from the pause menu. So what I like to do when starting out, typically on this map, I like to head west, aka left, and kind of take over the US from left to right after I've gone left a little bit. So let's just go straight left towards the Rockies. We'll go this way, and I could try to cut them off here, but then they'll probably go up, and I want to expand up and to the left. So I'm going to just go right here, try to block them off there. And yeah, so now we're going this way, and we'll be able to just try to take as many territories as we want this way. And we've used all of our reinforcements that we had and sent them all left to try to get as many spaces as possible. So we'll go ahead and skip the AI moves and move on to the next phase real quick. Now, we're on the Steel Fans phase. Some of the Conquest maps are going to have missions where you need to do this. I think this one does have a mission, but you only get maybe some stubs and XP, so I haven't done it. And if you guys are just trying to complete Conquest, get the map done, and you're not trying to do that mission where you need to steal fans, I say skip this phase every time. This is an unnecessary phase. If you really want to do it, go ahead, but it's just extra games, it's extra time, and in my opinion, it's really not worth it. So we're just going to go ahead, press the options button, and skip to the reinforce phase. Now, this is what I was talking about. The reinforce phase is where you need as many territories as possible. The more territories that you have, the more reinforcements that you will have to be able to put in to one of your territories, all your territories, wherever you want to spread them out. And that will allow you to then expand to more territories. And it just kind of snowballs on itself, gets you some more, and makes it easier to attack, simulate, things like that. So we're going to just go ahead, put them here so that we can keep expanding out. And the move fans phase will come in handy later. What I like to do sometimes is when I have all the strongholds on the map surrounded, I will move fans from maybe one that I conquered to a hex next to one that I haven't conquered, and you can only move fans once per turn. So like, say I had 99 attack here, then I'll have 98 left or whatever, and I will move that next to another place, and that makes it so I don't have to reinforce that area. So it's just another way to speed up the process of attacking and getting ready to attack the strongholds. So right now, we don't need to move fans. I typically don't move fans until later on, or if I have maybe just one random one where they're kind of useless. Other than that, I don't use this turn too often. So we're going to go ahead and skip to the attack phase. So here we are again on this phase. This is obviously the one you'll be spending the most time in. And I'm going to go up and kind of just try to block the Twins off, right? I don't want them to be able to expand west with me, so I'm just going to try to block them off right now. I'm not fully able to do it in this turn, but we're going to go ahead and just skip to that reinforce phase again. And here we go. Skip to attack phase, not moving fans. Able to block them off now, and we can continue our expansion out west. And if I'm not mistaken, every 3 territories that you have will be 1 additional reinforcement for your reinforce phase. So I have 10. That means I'm going to get 3 reinforcements on my next phase. Yeah, there we go. And what this is doing, okay, this is really cool. So now I'm going to be able to get another reinforcement. Like, this is why it snowballs on itself. We're in the attack phase. I'm going to be able to spread out 3 more of my reinforcements and be able to spread out to 3 more of the territories, 3 more hexes. So now when I go to the reinforce phase again, I'll show you guys, we should have 4 reinforcements able to put down. See, exactly. So every 3 territories that you have, that adds on 1 more reinforcement, and you can just keep going. This is exactly what I do. I like to go as far left as I can and just try to get as many of the spaces on the map as possible so that I can have as many reinforcements as possible. Once I run into another team, that's when you start attacking and simulating the games. Now, whenever you're going to be attacking, another team's space on the map, you want to make sure you have an advantage, right? I usually try to have at least 2 million more fans than them. So say I'm next to the Rockies, I want to start trying to surround their little hexagon, try to cover all of these. And if you do that, that means they can't reinforce these territories. That means they cannot reinforce those territories. So that is why you want to try to surround the strongholds. That's why I try to surround every stronghold before attacking any of them and taking any of them over, because it allows me to later on play on the easiest difficulty or one of the easiest difficulties. And, you know, say I just surround the Rockies right now. It means they're not going to be able to reinforce. They're not going to be able to expand for the rest of the game unless they were to attack one of my spaces and start taking over again, right? It just kind of takes that team, besides their stronghold obviously, out of the game and makes it so there's less teams that I need to worry about. So that's why I like to surround them, and whenever you're attacking another team, you're going to want to have an advantage. Now, what I like to do is put all my reinforcements, once I'm ready to attack, like say we were to run into the Mariners over here, and I'm ready to attack them, start trying to take over their spaces. What I will do is put all my reinforcements from a turn in one spot. Okay, so I'll put all into here, and then I'll attack this one. And then once I get that one beat, if I think I have enough, you know, I have a good advantage, then I'll go down and attack this one. And if I have enough again, I'll attack this one. And I'll just keep attacking and going one by one. I'll go from one space to the other, to the other, to the other, until I think I don't have enough reinforcements, or I just completely do not have enough reinforcements to continue attacking. And then I move on to the next turn, do it again, and just honestly rinse and repeat until I have the entire map covered. So now I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. And as y'all can see, there's no open spaces. There's no way for me to add on reinforcements by taking over those free spaces. If I want to get more spaces on the map, if I want to get more reinforcements, I'm going to have to start taking over other teams' territories. So what I'm going to do is go to my reinforce phase, because we're going to have a few to put in, and show you guys exactly my strategy for taking over the other team's spaces and just kind of demonstrate what I was talking about. Now, one thing to keep in mind is your edges, right? So if you get cut off from your main stronghold, you will not be able to reinforce any of these, right? It has to be connecting to your main stronghold in some way. So a lot of times I'll maybe reinforce this one because there's a 2 here, and I just like to keep watching my borders of my spaces, you know, where I'm touching other teams, and see like, oh, there's a 2 here. Maybe I want to have a 2 or a 3 right here. There's 2s on either side of this, on many sides of this, so maybe I'll put 1 here. You don't normally need to, like, a lot of times the other teams are not super aggressive, but it's definitely something you want to keep in mind and watch out for, especially earlier on in the game. Once you start really taking over territories, it's not a big deal, and as you start moving all the way from left to right, it really doesn't matter. But just kind of early on, to make sure they're not taking over your spaces and maybe breaking your connection, it's just something to keep in mind and to just watch out for. So just, I want to let you guys know you need to keep that in mind. So what I'm going to try to do here, because I already have a 2, I'm going to just put all my reinforcements into this one. That's going to add me on to 10. And the best move, I would say, is to attack as many 1s as possible, just so that you can hopefully have the easiest simulations as possible and take over as many territories as you can per turn. Now, with that being said, I'm going to start out with the Oakland A's here, just because I don't want them to reinforce this one and maybe attack here and break me off from this 10. So that 10's pretty much useless to me then. So I'm going to just go ahead and attack the A's, and we simulate. And this is why it's good to have an advantage, because it makes it more likely for you to win, and you're able to just conquer as many territories as possible. So let's attack this A's one again, and I'm showing you guys exactly how I do it. This is what I like to do. I like to try to take over the top left of the map and then kind of move down and try to cover the coast, and then just honestly snake around and just try to cover as much of the U.S. as possible. That's the way I like to do it. And I just find that it's easiest to do it that way, just because you're not having a team come from behind you and cut you off or anything like that, right? This guarantees you teams can only attack you from one way, and I just feel like it's easiest to manage if you're doing it this way. So we can just go ahead and show you guys a few turns in case you do want to see exactly what I'm talking about. After this, I'll just show you guys, you know, a sped up version from my stream where I was doing this, and it took me a while. Like, I was having some trouble with it. I was losing a lot of simulations, but eventually I got it done, right? Like, eventually you will get it done. It might take you longer than others. It might take some a lot less turns. Like, for me, it took 70 turns to be able to fully beat the map, and I felt like that was a lot. I felt like I was on the slower side, but once I got going, it really didn't take super long. You know, it wasn't something super hard to do. They have a 3 here, so I'm just going to kind of try to make sure they're not able to take me over or anything like that, but then we're just going to be putting all our reinforcements here and trying to take over that top left of the map. So we'll take the 2, and we're just going to slowly go around, take all of them. And my goal right now, what I want to do is get all the spaces up here. Oh, see, look at that. They took me over. So now I want to attack this one. That's why I like to have a lot of reinforcements too, in case I do get, you know, attacked from behind and they take me over. It's definitely nice to be able to recover from that. So that's why it's nice to put you kind of, I guess, all your eggs in one basket. And this is why I like to have a bigger advantage when simulating, is because sometimes you lose, and it's definitely not ideal, but I get unlucky with simulations sometimes. I never seem to have great luck with that, so I always try to have literally like as many reinforcements as I can so that I can hopefully take over as many areas as possible. Now, I will say I'm kind of scared that the Rockies have like a 3 right here, or a 4 next to my stronghold, 3s and 2s. I'm kind of scared that they're going to start trying to cut me off and take me over, so as I go through my next few turns, I'm going to really be keeping an eye on that and trying to make sure that they don't start just completely running through my territories. And the Mariners taking over right there. That's actually helpful for me, because now I can go up and try to get all these 1s. This is actually what I wanted them to do. So now I can go up and get these 1s. I can go here, and yo, why is everyone pulling diamonds but me? Cody Bellinger, that's like 150,000 stuff card or something, man. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, that's actually the worst thing that could have happened. The Rockies took over. They cut me off. So after this turn, I'm not going to be able to do anything with any of my territories. This is actually good. I'm kind of glad this happened, so I can show you guys the importance of making sure you don't get cut off. I'm not super glad it happened, but I'm glad that it happened for the video. This is probably a good thing for me to show you, and then of course I get unlucky simulating. It happens. And here we go. Let's go ahead and skip to the reinforce phase, and you guys will see why you need to make sure you're not getting cut off. See, look, I cannot reinforce anywhere besides my stronghold. So what we'll do is put 11 million into there. So that's good. And now we can use this to hopefully attack the Rockies and get back the spots that they took to cut us off. So this is why you want to make sure that you're paying attention to the other teams and everything. And for some reason, I swear, when other people do Conquest, teams don't attack their spaces like that. It seems to always happen to me, but no one else, I swear. And I'm glad that it happened, so I could show you guys why I like to reinforce my edges, because sometimes it does happen. And now there's like 3 to 3, 3 to 2, so I'm not going to attack anywhere else. But this kind of, it changes maybe the strategy that I want to go about this a little bit. I could try to surround the Rockies if I wanted. That honestly would probably be a good idea right now. That's also a good starting point, is to surround the Rockies. I'm hoping that we see a few comments on this video that people say, I like to surround the Rockies stronghold first, or I would recommend trying to surround the Rockies stronghold as soon as possible. And if you're watching this video and you want to give that tip to somebody after hearing it, you know, maybe comment that down below right now. But it could be a good move to just try to reinforce this one and try to surround the Rockies as fast as I can, so they can hopefully not do anything. So I might just want to do this and surround the Rockies stronghold. This is kind of one of the last most important tips that I wanted to show you guys, and one of the things that I focus on. So when I'm surrounding a stronghold, I like to make sure I have minimum 2. Once I get further on in the game and have reinforcements, I like to put 3, but I like to have minimum 2 million reinforcements in each spot that's surrounding the stronghold. That just makes it a little bit more difficult for them to attack you. It makes them a little bit more less likely to attack you, and I like to try to have at minimum 2 million fans per territory that's surrounding the stronghold, just so they're not as likely to attack me, and it makes it a little bit more difficult in case they do try to attack me. It makes it so maybe they waste more reinforcements, stuff like that. So we have the Rocky stronghold surrounded. What I'm going to do is just try to take 1 or 2 more territories right here, and I think that's going to be good, just because we'll have a 2. No, oh, we have 3, but we can't. I don't think we're going to really be able to simulate and attack any of these, so I'll skip to the reinforcement phase again. Okay, just to show you guys what my next, I guess, plan of action might be now that I have the Rocky stronghold surrounded. Okay, so we're going to just make sure we have 2 on each of here. And now my goal is to try to actually go west, right? I want to try to surround the giant stronghold. Now this up here, I guess it used to be what, the Mariners, but I want to try to start making my way towards that area. A lot of times what I'll do is, maybe put 1 here. Okay, and I'll show you guys why. So let's just move the fans at least one from here to here. So now we have 10 million there. But I like to go this way just so I can try to get as many of the spaces as possible, because that is the most important thing when you're moving on, is trying to have as many spaces as possible. It will get you the most reinforcements, and it will make the simulations the easiest, and it will just overall all end up snowballing. However, sometimes you might get unlucky like that, where you simulate and you just get absolutely destroyed. And I don't know why, but that has been happening to me so much more this year than last year. But I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys a very quick, simulation of my stream and how I did that. And you guys can hopefully just get an idea of exactly what I was doing. I try to explain it the best I can, but it might be good to just see it sped up a little bit and see me go west and just start surrounding the strongholds and then kind of snake my way to covering. Wow, man, another diamond. Okay. It makes me sad seeing that, knowing that I have not pegged a diamond. It makes me sad, but I just kind of snake my way across the U.S., and eventually we cover every territory and we surround all the strongholds. As y'all can see, I have every single stronghold taken, every single territory on the map taken, except for the final one, which we're about to do. Now, I've outnumbered them 99 to 10. I'm pretty sure to be able to play on the easiest difficulty, which is rookie, I want to say you need to have minimum of 4 times as many fans. So I would need to see at least a 40 on this territory that's attacking the stronghold to be able to play on rookie difficulty, which just makes it the easiest and makes it so I don't really have to worry about it. I'm sure I could probably win on veteran all-star, maybe even Hall of Fame and everything, but I would just prefer to play on the easiest difficulty and not really worry about it at all. Also, one thing that I've been doing, rather than using my first tier, my primary, my ace starting pitcher, I've been going to one of my lower ones, Shohei Ohtani. That way I go to a lower starting pitcher on the other team, in case like the Red Sox, they have Chris Sale, I don't have to face him. I get to face a lower overall. And what I typically do in the first inning is try to get 2 or 3 runs, just so if I give up like a solo home run, the game's not tied. And besides that, I use circle to swing and then just send my runner home every time, so they just get me out and I can get to the bottom of the first inning, bottom of the second, bottom of the third as fast as possible. Another good thing to do, though, is maybe bunting. I just know that sometimes when I try to bunt, it's a ball that I don't hit or it goes foul. So just with swinging with circle, I feel like sometimes it makes it the easiest for me to be able to put the ball in play and get out as fast as possible. And that's going to do it. We have beaten the final stronghold finally. I'm happy to have it done. That game took me, I would say, honestly, less than 10 minutes. Some games definitely go faster than others and everything, but we're finally done. We have finished the entire U.S. Conquest map, and this can definitely be applied to all the other conquests, right? Just surround the territories and then do them at the end. Try to get as many as you can and just take over all the individual spots on the map first. However, if you want to do it where, you maybe attack a stronghold, take over that section of the map, then move to another one, take over that section, and just kind of do it that way, that can work too. I just prefer playing all the games at the end rather than playing one, conquering some, playing one. This is just my preferred method, but it's definitely good to get as many territories as possible and try to, cover as much of the map as you can, so you can always have as many reinforcements as possible. And there it is. For conquering every territory on the U.S. map, we're able to secure 10 packs, 1,000 stubs, 5,000 XP, and also the beautiful 87 overall Diamond Mickey Mantle for capturing all team strongholds. I love it, man. I'm super excited to have this card to debut him and see how he can do for me for now on my ranked seasons team. And then we get another pack as well for conquering all the NL West strongholds. Victory! Congratulations, you've conquered the map and reigned supreme in all territories. I'm hoping that this video helped you guys out. I'm hoping that it was organized in a good way. I tried to, give as many tips as I could early on while also demonstrating and showing you guys firsthand what my strategy is. But I guess to sum it up, it's pretty much try to have as many spaces on the map as possible. I recommend going west first, and then once you kind of start covering all of the west area of the map, moving from west to east. So that means moving from left to right. I like to surround the strongholds and then attack them all at the end. And when I do have a stronghold surrounded, I like to have minimum 2 million fans in each little space that is surrounding them, just so it's not as easy and they're not as likely to attack me and try to break out. You also need to be making sure that you're watching your borders in case a team is starting to build up and reinforce and can maybe attack you and cut you off from your stronghold, which completely can throw off a turn. And when you're moving from your territory, your main stronghold, to the left, I would recommend just trying to attack as many of these as you can before going to the stronghold, right? Don't just like make a beeline to the stronghold. If you want to, you could, try to make a beeline and go up here and get these spaces, because then no one can attack you from behind. But that's why I like to go from left to right, because no one can attack me from behind that way, right? I only have to worry about one direction. So maybe it's good to go north and then down and then to the right. However, it's also good to maybe just take 2 or 3 spaces at a time, right? Like if I take right here, 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 like if I'm going that way, that's just more spaces and more reinforcements that I'm going to have as I'm surrounding the stronghold. I'm kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So hopefully these tips helped you. Definitely let me know if they did down in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. My bad if this was on the longer side. I just wanted to kind of dive in, give you a first-hand account of it and everything. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace out.